I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. How's the day so far?
What?
How was the day so far?
It was crazy. It was very stressful at work. I got late and then I got home and just threw something in my mouth and here I am. Everything worked at least.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
So last Friday, Shadowlands was released. So can you tell me a bit about the making of this album, the songwriting and the production behind it?
Uh, Actually, I started writing Shadowland, the song Shadowland, as some sort of, I wanted to do something else beside Wolf, because I was so exhausted by the recording of Feeding the Machine. So I thought, and this was before Feeding the Machine was finally recorded and mixed and mastered. So I wrote Shadowland and tried to do something else, but and then I wrote some other songs, and then there was it was a crazy because the rhythm section left in the recording of that album, and then we got a new rhythm section in, and we went on tour straight after we had made the album, and then I showed the other guys in Wolf Shadowland and some other songs, and then we realized this is good Wolf material. So from there we just continued together and continued writing because there was nothing else to do because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we couldn't tour, we couldn't do anything. So thanks to the pandemic, it only took like a year to write and record the album.
Sounds great. Sounds great. And was there any particular concept that was put behind this album?
It's two main concepts in my mind. One of the concepts is, the insignificance of Earth and humankind in the whole of universe, and that eventually everything we have now will end and we will not be here anymore, and the sun will die, and it has an ending, sadly. But that makes me think that you can take it as a positive thing as well, because then you have to make the best of what we have now, and we only have this. We in my mind, we only have each other, the Earth, the planet. There is no God, there is no lucky ending. We have to fix everything ourselves, and I think it can be a positive thing if you take it correctly. And the other theme I have written about is what I always write about, the darker side of humankind, like the inner universe, the shadow self, and that's what Shadowland and a whole bunch of other songs are about.
Sounds good. And the cover art of this album is really amazing. So can you tell me how this cover art has a resemblance with the songwriting of this album?
Oh, we always work with Thomas Holm, and we will continue working with him until he retires, because he's a bit older. But when we had the title Shadowland, we decided that that's the title of the album, and it's a good title song. I think it ties everything. Well, it sums up a lot of the Shadowlands themes. So I talked to Thomas about the songs and what they mean to me, and my process of thinking when I wrote the lyrics, and then it's completely up to him to make his own interpretation in a painting. And we got 4 suggestions, and this one that it was like, that's the one, it was so perfect. And when I had a kind of a hard time singing the song Shadowland, because it's really up there on the top of my voice, and I have to find the right feeling and the right place within myself to be able to do it well. And I could only do that by closing my eyes and visualizing this amazing artwork. And Simon even, changed the light in the studio so it was all yellow. I got the feeling of the artwork and saw it in front of me when I sung the song Shadowland. So yeah, it's this album cover, it's perfect for the album.
Amazing, amazing. And last Friday you put up this album. So did you guys have some kind of release party or some plans on last Friday?
Yeah, we had on Thursday, last Thursday, we had a release party. It was very, you know, spontaneous and easygoing, and you know, playing the album. We were in a pub in Stockholm. It's a pub called, well, it's a pub owned by a lot of famous rock people. So there's always a rock audience. A lot of rock bands go there. So we had you know, met many of our friends, you know, colleagues, and also fans came there and just had a good time and listening to the album and talk and take pictures. And well,
Amazing, amazing. And you have released two amazing videos, Dust and Shadowland, earlier.
yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about the making of this video, and do you have plans to make more videos in the coming days?
Yeah, at least one more, and that will be the ill-fated Mr. Mordrake. We have already recorded it. I think it's the best video. I love it. It's a lot of fun. You know, it's a video that you shouldn't take too seriously, but it's very entertaining. And we all have we are all actors in that video. The whole of the band, we are 4 actors, and you know, telling a story. So I hope people will like it. And the guy who it's the same guy who has recorded all the videos, and I have written the scripts for the videos, and also he has his own ideas and suggestions, and also the band also have come, you know, on the day of recording, come with suggestions and ideas. So it's a collaboration between Wolf and this director. His name is Daniel Wahlström from Heavy Groove Media, and we love working with him. It's so easy, so fast, and it's all first takes. So you gotta be prepared, because you never get a second chance.
So excited to watch this new video that is going to come up. Really excited to see that.
Yeah, it's going to be out in a week or 2, I think.
Sounds good, Niklas. And do you currently have any touring plans that is scheduled for you guys?
No, unfortunately not. We're gonna do some gigs, and we have done a gig in Stockholm just a couple of weeks ago. But the tours we had for this album was cancelled a while back because of the uncertainty with the corona, and I see now that other bands still got their tours cancelled. So it's a bit tough right now. So we have plans, and our booking agency are working on new tours. And the plan now is to do a bit of a smaller touring package and go out on many mini tours, like Thursday to Sunday in the different parts of the world, and do it in a small package with a support band and Wolf, and we'll see how that plays out. But we will absolutely tour as much as we can, so we keep our fingers crossed.
Amazing, Niklas. And the band's history goes way back to 1995. So how has the road been for you so far?
It's a bumpy road. At first, we were people, when we started 1995, and we've really found out within ourselves that we just want to play the music that we ourselves like to listen to, like the classic hard rock, heavy metal stuff that we grew up on. That's what we want to play, and we are not going to play any 90s stuff. And people called us retarded, and you know, you are 10 years behind. And you know, we got, especially in Sweden, people thought we were insane. But after a while, it turned out that we were like 15 years ahead of our time, and started a new wave. At least that's what I've been told, that Wolf and a few other bands started a wave of old school classic metal that became huge like 15 years later. But we still carried on doing exactly the same, and now we keep doing the same. So, but it's been a bumpy road, and I've seen many band members leave the band, new members come in, but I have my vision clear, and I've been fortunate that there are people that want to do this music with me and be a part of Wolf, and I'm really thankful for that.
Amazing. And you didn't take any of those negative feedbacks or the seen at those days, and you made 9 albums. Great work from you,
Yeah.
and you have stormed around the world with the amazing music that you created. So, how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm proud that we just stuck to our vision. And to be honest, all we were surprised about the negative feedback in the beginning, but we also got positive feedback. People thought it was really cool, and we were the only band that we know, at least, that were doing this thing. But the negative feedback just made us want to do this more. It was like, fuck the world, you know, it's us against the world. And we were like 4 weirdos in a basement making this music, and we didn't really care. And we had a feeling that someday this classic music will come back, because it's, to us, it is timeless music. I still like Iron Maiden as much as I did back then, and as much as I did when I was a kid. It's just that nowadays classic metal is just one of the many types of metal you can listen to. So, but we want to, you know, keep this tradition and try to take it a bit further, but not making it something else. We just want to make it our own.
Amazing, amazing. And Nicholas, would you like to share some of the great moments that you had over the years?
Oh, one of my absolute favorite moments was when we were headlining a festival in India, in Bangalore.
Wow.
And I've always liked Indian music. I can see you look a bit Indian, right?
I'm from India.
Yeah, you're from India. Good. Yeah, I didn't got all the information, but anyway, it was an Indian festival, and Wolf were headlining, and it was kind of crazy because we couldn't sound check the day before, but because of the weather was like a monsoon or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got there, and I wrote a song called Electric Raga. It was actually the first Wolf song ever written, and I played sitar on the original song, and I do a sitar intro, and I still have that sitar here in my studio, actually. And I can't play it as well because it's very, very hard to play the sitar. Anyway, we got a professional sitar player up on stage with us. He did, you know, the intro, and he did it like 100 times better than I did on the album. He could actually play every note on the riff. And then he played with us for the whole song. And then we did like the rock star ending, takadagum, bam, and then he went on a raga, you know, like for 2-minute intense raga, and then we did like the big ending, and I had goosebumps, you know, on my arms. It was like, oh, holy moly! It was like this was the first song ever written for Wolf, and now we played it. It's a lot of Indian influence in that song, and we played it in India with a professional sitar player on stage in front of an Indian audience. It was one of the best moments in my life.
That's amazing. And would you like to do more collaboration with Indian artists in the future?
Yeah, I would love that. I would love that. They would have to adapt to a Western kind of way of playing music, because I love Indian music, and I have listened a lot to Indian music, but it's a complete different system. Yes. And it's different rhythms, different way of thinking, but I like, you know, a mix of Western and Indian music. I always love that sound. So I am very much open for a collaboration with more Indian musicians.
Amazing, amazing. And are you also working in some other projects currently, or you're currently focusing only with Wolf?
Only Wolf for me now. I tried to do solo projects, but it always end up being Wolf. I had a project 12 years ago with another guy, and we wrote some songs together. And that's when I wrote the song Rasputin, actually. Mm-hmm. So that song was something I tried to do something else than Wolf, but that project, we couldn't find the time to finish it. So we used the song now, and I like working with other people and different projects. And I've been singing on Leif Edling's record, the Doomsday Kingdom, and I really enjoy that. And I'm very open but it's that I don't have a lot of time because I have my family, I have Wolf, I write most of the materials for Wolf, and I also have a full-time day job now. So it's very, very difficult to be able to do all these things, but I'm really open for it. And it's good to work with other musicians and get some new input. It's very easy when you have the same band doing the same thing for a long time that you start to repeat yourself. And that's one of the reasons I like to work with other musicians and do something else. I've also been doing a musical, but that was also like 15 years ago. I was playing the musical Jesus Christ Superstar, and that was it's a bass player. It was a great experience, and I learned a lot working with professional actors, dancers, singers, directors, choreographers. I just learned so much from the different kind of professions, and also it was cool to do something else that wasn't metal. I was still singing the way I sing, but that role was perfect for my voice, so everybody loved it. And that's the only time I've done a musical, but it was a great experience, and I'm open for new stuff.
Amazing, amazing. And what would be some of the upcoming works for the band?
Well, we will rehearse the new songs. We already have 2 songs, but we will rehearse a lot more. Maybe take up some of the old Wolf songs from the Black Flame and even further that we never played live. And I feel like with the new lineup with Pontus, Johan, and Simon, we have more options, and it would be cool to do some of the songs that we never did because they are great musicians, and it feels easier to do more difficult stuff now when we have this lineup than the previous lineups. So I think we have to challenge the band now and do something of the old songs that we never played live.
Amazing, amazing. And Niklas, finally, what would be the message that you want to give to your fans around the world?
Well, as you're sitting in India, I would like to say a huge thanks for the Indian fans that we still have, and I did a festival in Sweden, and I met an Indian band that saw us that night, Kryptos. You know them?
Yeah, from
Kryptos.
Bangalore.
Yeah, I love that band. So I don't have that shirt today. Today I have an English band, but I wear it with pride. So yeah, I would just say big thanks to the fans all over the world, and especially in India. And I hope this album will reach the Indian fans. So yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And Niklas, I want to thank you so much for giving me this opportunity today to have this wonderful interview with you. And thanks for making amazing music over the years. And thanks for the new album, Shadowland, which was released last Friday. A great album and amazing work yet again from you guys. And I wish you guys all the best and looking forward to meet you again in India soon.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Love it. Thank you.
You have
a great day.
You too. Take care. Bye.
You too. Goodbye.